I got my Outlook thing fixed, so.
Yeah, I stayed awake long enough for that.
So,
That was good.
So did you win the bet or lose?
What bet?
Basketball game.
Oh, my team won. I don't bet. I don't gamble.
Well,
Just they won. That's all that matters. They played horrible. I mean, I don't want to say they played good enough to win, but basically they played good enough to win. All right, got it up and running. Got OBS going. I got Zoom going. It looks like the globe's going. So let me see what the latency's like and see if I have what Doug said it was today. No, I got excellent latency. So, excellent latency. Excellent. Excellent latency. Who's got their YouTube going? Who's got their YouTube going?
That's me. Make me sit in the waiting room for.
Oh no! I should just do what happened to me. Someone needs to complain in about 40 minutes because there's a 14-hour delay on Doug's stream today, and Z Venor comes in late. Here's my basketball game and says, "Hey, mute your sound." I'm like, "Nope, I already did." He's hearing voices. I wanted to say in your head, but I didn't because I had already muted the game. And then I'll be damned if Doug doesn't do the stupidest thing and just mutes me without asking. Doug doesn't do the stupidest thing and just mute me. There you go.
that was Savi complaining.
Yeah, it was. Zavi's changed his name. Hey, Jeff, I sent you a link, I believe. I think. Maybe. Possibility. Anyway, I can't divulge a lot of information. You guys remember here a while back we had a Lynching You as a moderator? Yeah. I know exactly what happened. It was exactly what I suspected. I did get a hold of the person that was involved with that. We discussed it. It was not his fault. And we're good to go. Now I've got one other little mystery I might work on, although I'm really trying to talk myself out of it, and that's the Zoom bomber. But I believe I pretty much got myself talked out of that. So go one more night of like we're doing it tonight. And I almost panicked because I didn't realize by changing the credentials I could not get back in here. So I had to do some quick thinking on how to get back in here, and well, it wasn't quick. I just kind of looked at something and said, I'll bet you if I click on that, it's either going to end the stream or I'm going to rejoin not the stream, but the Zoom. And obviously I rejoined. So anyway, I fell asleep during Doug's thing. I did see Blackwatch get his mail fixed. And then after that, I was out like a light. Woke up about 7:30.
it's almost as bad as me.
Oh, I heard.
Everybody else fell asleep too. They were snoring, but they would never admit it.
I heard there was rumors that somebody was caught snoring over the Zoom. Do I have to go back and rewatch the Doug show today?
Yeah, they gave me credit, but it wasn't me.
Well, it wasn't me because I was muted and I made my mind up. I wasn't going to unmute myself. I did unhide the camera once when Chris said something. I gave him the thumbs up, and other than that, nah.
I went Nate.
Yeah.
Doug's was running long for him.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. Yep. He's stretching it a bit. And I did some research briefly. I wanted to go through some of Kerry's stuff, and I wanted to scrub it for when he said Doug Betts is getting the big beast. He's going to come pick it up, and we're going to do a couple videos.
He did say Doug Betts?
Kerry said in one of his videos, Doug Betts was getting the big beast, and he was going to drive over, and they were going to do a couple of videos before he drove back. Now, here's the problem with that. Darren and I both were looking, and we both concluded at about the same time. Kerry lately has been doing live streams, and then he puts them to private. and we both concluded after looking at 4 or 5, he put that to private. So that's forever and a day gone. And that's fine. I believe someone asked him if he was getting it today, and I'm sitting here going, he's getting it. He might be dodging the questions.
I don't know. Not a lie detector person, but he sure as hell did good to,
I'm not a lie detector person either, but he was almost like going, no, I'm not getting the big bills, and no, I have no use for it. But if I did have a use for it, I mean, I was just kind of reading between his actions a little bit.
But when I said the 10 grand, he really looked like, oh my, that's a lot.
Tax write-off.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he could probably write off half of it.
Yeah, but the problem is, just like you get, anybody, you half of it, you by the time you write it off, it's still only going to take 20% off your taxes.
Kenny Witness joined us in the chat room. Hello, Kenny. Good evening. I apologize for being so late tonight. I was told I'd be out of work at 10 o'clock. 10:35, here we come strolling out like nothing in the world was wrong. And who's trying to enter? That would be Jeff. So I do like this system of sending the emails out. People go in the waiting room initially. I can see who it is. Since I'm sending out specific invitations, nobody can bomb us. Well, I say that.
I could only see my email address.
I believe it or not, I painstakingly went 11111 because I don't trust the BCC thing. I don't trust the group thing. It's just easier for me to do it one at a time. And I'm sure I left somebody out. So
I know Outlook is good on it because we used that a lot in the when I was working for the Navy.
yeah, it's not. I'll eventually get half a brain and write down a list and then just put a check mark as I do the names instead of going A O B O C O D because I still miss people. It just
BCC didn't work for you?
I believe somebody said the BCC. Everybody can see the BCC.
If somebody you're sending to has a Gmail account and you're originating it from a Gmail account, yes, they can see.
The whole list or just theirs?
No, they can see the whole list.
Oh, then I don't.
Something's screwed up. Then you're not supposed to be able to see the BCCs.
Yeah, that's the purpose of it.
Right. Thus
I
the
mean,
name blind carbon copy. I mean,
my wife's high school class has a group that keeps together over the years, and the lady that does that uses the BCC all the time, and all we ever see is our own.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember what her address is. It may not be the Gmail.
yeah.
I'll have to go and check.
It's no big deal. I tried the group thing and that was a disaster. The BCC probably. I'm trying to think of who may or may not have Gmail. Well, I know one person does for sure. Oh, that's not good. My son never texts me at midnight his time. Be right back.
Now the one you sent on the 12th, I can see Gary's email.
Yeah, I know. It comes out. I mean, hell, go for it.
But the other two that you sent, I can't see anything.
I kid you not. That is the email that I'm using today.
Okay, that wasn't half as bad as I thought it was going to be. My youngest son was asking me about my brother. So that's a good relief that he was asking about my brother.
Kind of sounds like he wanted to know about his uncle.
Yeah, he did. He basically.
How is he doing?
I got a text from him tonight. We were both frustrated on the Indiana game. And asked him how he was feeling. He said about the same. I asked him about his oxygen levels. He said they're in the higher 90s. And then I asked him if that was with or without assistance, and he never replied about that, but he was like upset about the basketball game. Language we cannot use on a family-friendly YouTube stream. Uh,
Make it an adult content video.
I should.
Then the black watch.
Well, I already checked the box that says it's not made for kids. I mean, that should explain it.
How old are the kids?
Yeah, really, that's a good point. So
11.
yeah, but he's doing better, so that's good news. I'm hoping he gets to go home by Tuesday, Wednesday. That would be good. I wrapped Christmas presents today. Not one of my finer talents in life, by no means. I got 6 done, and I said, nope, that's it. Not doing no more.
You have 47 feet of scotch tape all over you.
No, I actually didn't have that problem. I had problems of anything I tried to cut looked like the long and winding road from the Beatles, and there was some things that didn't match.
Rick's here.
Yep. I did remember Rick. And Rick actually shows up before Robert, which is odd, but that's fine. Speaking of Robert, I see he doesn't have himself muted. Hey, Rick.
Hello.
You wouldn't like how we did it when I was growing up. Then again, we would cut the tape on the packages and carefully unfold the paper, and my mom would use it over again next year.
A lot of people do that.
Now, I mean, my mom and dad lived through the Great Depression, so they were it was just ingrained in them to reuse anything that you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackwatch said in the chat, Santa will wrap the rest. No, I'll probably do about 4 more tomorrow. And then Tuesday, come hell or high water, she's going to help wrap some of the presents because there's a couple that I can't figure out how to wrap. Either that or I'm going to take this present that's like this big and it's going to go in a 4 by 6 foot box because that's the only thing the configuration will let it fit in. So,
You know what my favorite wrapping is?
What I have learned is that a lot of smaller things will fit in one of these Christmas bags that you can buy.
Yeah.
That is
And you get one of those and you take some colored tissue paper, wad it up and stick it on the top.
Yep.
That's a hell of a lot easier.
Now, going back to what you just said, as you were growing up, you'd cut the tape and fold it and keep the paper. I'm not going to mention anyone's name who's in there watching Filipino TV, but she does that with the Christmas bags and the Christmas tissue paper. I have a refrigerator box full of that in the garage.
Well, my favorite with those bags, that's what I was going to say, is it used to be like Jeff said, delicately do it. You said the same. Now you throw it in a bag and call it Christmas wrapping.
I thought about that. I really did. I really thought about, you know what? I'm going to leave them in these big red Target bags. Christmas, it's red. I'll give me another one. There's 4 grandchildren. Solves that problem. Don't have to wrap nothing. And at their age, they're not going to know no different because they're only 3 and 2, and the other one's barely 1, so they're not going to know any different. They're going to be excited for their toys.
Well, my grandson's getting a bicycle, so I'm not going to wrap that.
that would take a bit of paper.
Yeah, that would try some patience right there.
Well, he needs a new one. The tires are bald on the old one, and it's lasted 4 years, I think. So,
Does he go at it, or does he go at it, really ride them, or does he just kind of?
Well, no, it's just, he rides it around our neighborhood when he's over here, and it's just worn out. I'm going to I know of a guy here who refurbishes bicycles
For kids.
And so after Christmas is over, I'm going to give him the bike, and it'll get refurbished for next year to give to some kid that won't have a bike otherwise.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, a couple cans of spray paint, a little bit of masking tape, make them look good.
Yeah. So I had to laugh. I don't know. Could you guys hear that alarm just then when my son retexted me? Did anybody pick that up?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right here and see when he texts me back if you can hear it. Because I had to laugh. My phone dinged twice today, and Doug goes, "Somebody's got a bell." I'm like, "Damn! Either my microphone's increased, or someone's hearing's increased, or something." Now, can you guys hear that? You got
A little bit.
barely right now.
Just
So
barely.
Doug's telling me he could hear my phone go ding. It's got to be what the sound is. And there's a Doug's got the exact same ringer when you send a text, your ringer, that's your ringer. Probably his ringer for most text anyway. Where does Lorna work? That could be a smart app. Bear with me a minute.
How do you answer that question?
Does she work?
In
So
Illinois.
yeah.
In a building.
Something's going on. It's 12:13 his time. Hilltop Health and Rehab. I don't like using that word, but we'll see. Yeah, I was like, and it's got to be what the tone is because we all hear. Well, I don't want to change it to the bell, but we all hear that little bell. And we instantly know that's some kind of notification. But this one is because his Halloween mask, he looked like not Freddy, but one of the other ones, and that just that ringtone kind of goes with it. And he thinks it's hilarious, which is good. I've never changed it. I'm going to put the phone up here and see if you guys can hear it if he texts back. So, who we got? Greg, Gary, Jeff, Blackwatch, and Rick. Rick, you look cold.
No, I just came in a little while ago.
Yeah, I just walked in not even half hour, not even 14 minutes ago. Our current weather, we are not working because I turned the Wi-Fi off.
We're 62 right now.
We're 28 right now. It's not fair.
We are 32, low of 26 in the morning. You guys can't hear that?
Yeah, barely.
That gives me. Oh, I see his angle. I got it. All right.
It's going to be freezing here in Las Vegas at 5 a.m. It says where I am.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times.
We are 38 right now. I'm about 4 miles south of McCarran Airport.
I'm still in my t-shirt and shorts, and I ran outside right after we got home because I heard for the second night in a row something fly over, and I wanted to see what it was. I believe it to be a helicopter, but probably tomorrow night around that same time, I'm going to just go out and wait on it. Of course, then it won't fly over, but I mean, that's my luck. I was out testing some settings on the camera that Tim told us about yesterday. That's who I forgot to send an email thing, was Tim. I knew I forgot somebody. Never fails. Never fails. I've got to work on the settings. A couple of them turned out a little bit better, but there's other settings that have to be made. Oh, I got an email from Insanely Cool Gifts with a confirmation number, with a link that says, don't miss out on these holiday gadgets gifts this year. Don't think I'll click on that. Delete. Team. Okay. So what's on there?
Clicking on leaks, I thought it was interesting what happened to Doug today.
Oh yeah, in the beginning when he clicked on something, went down in the wrong place.
Well, he was paying attention to what he was saying or whatever, not really watching what he clicked on the page, I think. Trying to explain what was going to happen. It just goes to show even somebody experienced, if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I think
he was saying he doesn't like ad blockers. I use an ad blocker all the time now. There's a lot of news sites and stuff like newspapers, magazine sites, that sort of thing, that won't let you in. But I selectively unblock those if I'm really interested in something.
Yeah, I've hit a few sites that require you to do that. When on the Washington Times, I think it is.
I found a lot of small to medium-sized newspaper sites at cities around the country are starting to do that sort of thing. I try to read some of the local news in places where I've lived in the past. Occasionally, I still understand something that's going on there.
I apologize. If it was my older son, I'd say it's midnight, go to bed. But it's being my younger son and some of his issues he's had. I really feel it's important to answer what's going on, or if anything's going on. Right now, it's just general questions. He asked about my mom. He asked about my brother. So that's cool. In the past, if something was bothering him, he wouldn't reach out. He'd just go do something stupid. So I'm going to take the time to answer. If it gets too bad, I'll turn off my camera and the microphone and let you guys chit chat, as the saying goes, amongst yourselves. So Doug clicked my button and all of this videos got deleted from Blackwatch. That would have been funny. Oops, what did I do? I'm confused. Did they ever get Chris Garrett's laptop issues fixed?
No.
So it was not a very productive day other than I took a long nap then, was it?
Oh, we did Outlook.
Yeah, I seen that, and that's good because I know that was really bothering him. So that's real good. Is he doing one next week on Saturday on Christmas?
He said maybe. Maybe, baby.
I know Carrie and Mitch said, because I did finish his, I scrubbed through it. They did say they'll be there next Friday.
Yeah.
So, just what was the holdup? Why they didn't get the big beast done yesterday?
Didn't see it. Don't know.
They were working on it. They pulled the motherboard out. They put the motherboard back in. And something came up. Didn't work.
Which motherboard?
The little one.
The little one?
Yeah. He
Have
put
they
in.
got all
Having
the
issues with the fans and getting that Commander Pro
Yeah.
working, and
Yeah.
then he had to figure out another way to put them all together.
Right.
He hasn't quite figured it out yet. But
It
Is
just
he running the fans off the little motherboard or the big one?
big one, I think.
I think
Yeah.
the X board, yeah.
I think he's getting a controller, is he not, or a different set of controllers?
Yeah, that's the Commander Pro.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got to get in my tech mode. Sorry. Tough crowd. Everybody, anyone catch Catherine's Zoom this morning or stream this morning?
Just a tiny bit of it. I was involved with something, couldn't watch the whole thing.
I didn't get up till 11:30 my time.
She marked it as private. Well, I think it defaults to private on her for some reason because I asked her if she put it on private and she said she didn't think so, but she was going to check it. So speaking of checking it, let's just go over. I don't think I can get in trouble for doing this over the stream. I'm going to go Catherine Hauserman. So 13 days ago, she did the Sabre Heat install and PC cleaning. And then that's the last one. So it's still marked as private. So I'll have to get with her and see if she can figure out why they default to private. Because unless you set it to private, I don't think they default to private. I know when I end the stream, I'm not given an option to how I want to save it. I set it up when I do it. So, oh, wrong mouse. I did look up a 65-inch VZO television today. They're on sale for $498, which is absolutely fantastic. And I really do want the 4K 65-inch television. The problem is I don't know what I'm going to do with my 50-inch television because its footprint's too big to go anywhere on what I have, with the exception of one place. I can put it right in front of me, but then nothing else is going on this desk, and I won't be able to see out the window, and I'll have to literally go like this when I do my Zoom because it's that big. So, man, I want that TV, though. Could rearrange this room again, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't solve the issue of put it on the wall. but I'm not a big wall television person. I don't know why. Just never appealed to me. Doug double. Oh, okay. I thought you said you double clicked it. I misread that. BH Ringer sent me a very funny email today. I had to look at it twice. It was a picture of Keith Richards, and the caption was, "COVID died after one dose of Keith Richards." Okay, well, when you first see something and you glance at it, you'll see the picture, you'll see the text, but you don't necessarily put everything in the right order. Because when I first read it, I saw Keith Richards, 78, Keith Richards died COVID. And that's what I thought was Keith Richards had died from COVID. So I'm searching and searching and searching. I'm finally like, wait a minute, let me go look at that again. And when I did, oh, that is so funny. Keith Richards is going to outlive cockroaches.
He is one.
He's only 78, though, I believe. I think, isn't Jagger older?
I think by a year or two.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
I think they
So,
both ended up
Charlie was the oldest.
do what, Greg?
Charlie was the oldest.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, like 2 years older. He was 81 when he died.
Yeah.
Be back in a second, guys. I got to check something.
We'll be here. We could be mean and end this Zoom session and start another, and Doug will come, or Jeff will come back to here, and we'll be gone.
Black screen.
I sat there for 20 minutes. Where'd you guys go? Oh, shoot. That is funny.
Yeah.
Well, I know that feeling. I didn't do nothing today either. Did a little bit of computer work this morning, and then Darren sent me a thing that said Catherine was live. So I watched that, and then took her to work. She had to go in at 10, and came back and did a little bit more, wrapped some presents, and then that's about it. Pretty lazy day. Oh, he did send me a BH Ringer. Also sent me a thing on 10,000 steps, the health benefits. So there's a little bit of motivation there. I'll have to work up to it. Oh, and I did get, of course, you can tell how important this is to me. Hang on, I'll hang myself. Figure out how I got this thing all wrapped around like that. Damn it. Bye. Make national news. Man strangles himself while you doing a YouTube stream. So I did get today from the government my foot petameter, I think it's called. I just got to figure out how to make it work. And I'm rivaling Carrie because they also sent me its own little special screwdriver.
For what?
I don't know. I haven't.
No, what did they send you? I didn't hear you say it. I'm sorry.
The petameter, I think they call them.
Where your thumb?
Pedometer, yeah.
For walking.
Yeah, for walking.
Yeah.
Now there's a little screw on here. I just thought it was funny that they sent this little bitty screwdriver.
Well, you know what you can do? Just start shaking it.
Oh, and as in case you didn't know which way to turn the screw to unloosen it, it's got an arrow. We clearly are in a time of stupidity.
Some car lug nuts from Opar were counterclockwise.
There are a few things that are backwards from lefty loosey, righty tighty. A few. Well, it's got the ever popular and famous CR2032 lithium battery in it.
Yeah, they use those a lot. Garage door openers,
Yeah. Oh, yes, I know that.
PCs.
At least I get to put the good little bitty screwdriver to use. I can see the doggone little bitty screw. They also sent me a. I think I can reach this. Here's the military in its best. They're a brand. So I'll hold this up. Hey, Matthew Camp. You guys can't read it, but it's a thing to exercise with. But they just sent this, and then imprinted in here it says non-latex. Read instructions before use at www.therabrand.com info. So this is how much use this is going to get. Carrie throws things on the floor. I throw them over to that bed. And it's got instructions that are in English, but it's kind of complicated because they want you to go out and measure a distance and then measure the distance from start to the end in inches. Calculate your stride by dividing the total distance by 10. All I wanted to do is if I take a step, say 1. If I take a step, say 2. I don't want to know the logistics of how I'm walking. My goal is to have that functional by maybe Monday. Maybe.
Of what month?
Of what year is better. So I was talking to my mom this morning about they want me to count my calories. And she says, oh, I got a simple solution for you on that. I said, I'm listening. She goes, how many calories they want you to eat a day? I said, about 2,200. She goes, whenever they ask, tell them you ate 2135. They're never going to know any different. 83 years old, and she actually thought that quick. So I'm like,
Remember when you were, she's doing that to you.
that's true.
How do you feel, Mom? I only get up at 6 every morning.
She used to get up a lot. I mean, for a good number of years, she used to wake up at 6 and go sit in her chair and watch the news, and she doesn't do that anymore. Alex is wanting to join us. We should be mean. Didn't see you, Alex. What? Hell, he's probably watching the stream though. I gotta remember that. Whenever I do this, I do it on the stream. I haven't gotten an audio check or a video check from the chat room yet, so I have no idea. How's the audio sounding in Zoom this evening?
Everything
Good.
sounding good.
Hello, good to me.
Okay, just got
Hey, Ken,
sir.
when are you going to start talking?
I'm not.
Okay.
Hold on, let me solve this. I know why I'm not talking. I couldn't figure it out until just now.
Don't everybody talk at once.
I was having problems with one. I use a remote mouse. I'm having problems with it. When I click, it won't click. I was about ready to throw the thing in the garbage out of,
Did you say remote mouse?
Yeah. And it ends up the batteries were dead.
I don't think I've replaced mine in over a year.
Oh, that's about how old the mouse is. So yeah, you're right.
Hey Matthew, good to see you. I think I saw you when you come in a while ago, but I forgot to say hi.
I I got it when I'm at work. I use
Kenny, I saw
trackpad
earlier.
when I'm at home.
This is kind of cool. I can talk to you guys while they talk, and it's only Gary talking. I don't know
My
who
mouse
is or
can
who
be
isn't
wireless, but
watching the
I have it wired because I don't want to go through batteries all the time.
stream.
Yeah.
So by remote mouse, you meant wireless mouse?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
remote controls.
So I did buy the one Carrie advertised, the M705, way back when. Carrie said he liked it. I gave it a shot. It's okay, actually, but I really like the one that came with my keyboard combination, the Logitech, when I bought my new build. This thing I really like. The only thing that... Do I, Gary?
What number is it?
I'd have to dig the box out, unless it's on here somewhere. The mouse itself is the M185, and the keyboard is... Oops. Oh, wow. When you hit certain buttons, apparently things go away. I couldn't have done that if I tried. There's no way I could have made this do that. Okay, the keyboard is, I'll hold it by the edges, or it's a K270. I think that's what the kids call it, is K270. It's really good. I really do like it. There we go. I don't know how I got rid of you guys. But this one's good. There's just, the one that Carrie recommended is good. There's just too many little adjustments on it that if you hit the wrong button, it just screws things up. So I have to be real careful. It's got 2 buttons on the side, and my big fat thumbs always hit them. So I have to be real careful and grab it down here and then go over here and grab it right there. And the scroll wheel clicks sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, but I know that's me hitting a button somewhere. So, but I do overall like it.
You know, those buttons on the side, I keep bumping those every once in a while, and then the page goes back and like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, what'd you do that for?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the buttons on the side.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
what I got, the M185.
Like a gaming mouse. That thing's got so many buttons and things on it that I don't see how people use those at all. So did Alex join us? Oh yeah, there he is.
I did. I'm here. How's everybody doing?
Hi, Alex. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
Listen, we're at Doug's this afternoon.
I actually was. I was watching it.
Oh.
I just didn't join on Zoom.
You feeling any better from your booster thing?
For the 18th time again, we didn't get the vaccine. We didn't get the booster, but it was an infusion.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to put things in my context. To me, that translates to booster. I might get it right by about April 3rd of next year, if we're lucky. If we're lucky. So if I say booster, I mean infusion.
My mom and dad are actually. I think I'm doing better than they are.
Now, you all 3 tested positive for COVID, right?
We did, but they did before I did. Because
okay.
It was just a few days ago. She got me a test kit delivered from the drugstore and tested me.
Here's Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Hello, everyone. I'm back, Black Watch.
What would happen, I wonder, if I stopped Jeff's video? Alex? Darn, he's coming back.
Then he would have to restart it.
But he'd still be connected, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may have to test that one of these days. So Kenny Witten has the M325 battery, lasts about a year if you turn it off when it's not in use. It takes 1 AA battery. I don't know what
Never
battery
turned
this
mine
one
off.
takes.
I have
Yeah.
never turned mine off.
I don't either.
They
don't
last
either.
over a year or two.
Never had a mouse battery last even a year.
Even with Duracells?
Yeah, that's what I use. I don't know why. I bought a Logitech combo keyboard and mouse at Costco when they had a sale.
Yeah, that's what I bought.
Totally wasted my money.
That bad?
Wouldn't, either one or the other would just stop functioning.
Huh.
And if I unhooked the dongle and put it back in, it would start again. I finally got fed up with it and went back to my old crappy HP wired mouse. And this thing. So,
What movie were you watching, Tim? He must still be watching the movie.
yeah.
Oh, Tim.
He's not muted, but he's got you muted.
I'm not muted. He's not muted. Yeah, the phone, my son just sent me a text. Again and again. I'm going to answer him, which I did. Tim.
He might have us muted.
Possibly. Very possibly. I'll get his attention. Hold on. I've got the old standby. I got this solution to this.
You wrote Jim.
I know.
Is here.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Yep.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you now.
We can hear him.
Yeah,
Okay, there he goes.
I just put in some Bluetooth headphones. Not the ones that go overhead, but the inside earbuds. My computer acts a little stupid sometimes.
Check to see if there's a new driver out for them.
Yeah, that does work wonders, I found out last night.
Yeah.
I will
Well,
refer you to what the old IBM mainframe manuals always said when you got an error message in the program. Probable user error.
I don't have the problem is I've got one setting for headset and there's another one for headphone stereo. So I've got to delete the headphone stereo so it by default goes to the hands-free. Weird.
That's weird.
What movie were you watching?
Oh man, I didn't finish it. It is. There's only 20 minutes. It's Sandra Bullock's in that movie.
Oh, is it the one where she's in prison?
Yeah. Well, she was released from prison at the beginning.
Right.
The Unforgivable.
Right.
Yeah. I just saw that the other night. It was pretty
Oh
good.
wow, it's pretty good. I got 20 minutes left to go on it. It's crazy.
I'll have to watch it.
We started watching Titanic again tonight from the beginning. Just happened to be on one of the stations, and then my wife got bored and said, change it to something else. So
That's 3.5 hours long.
That's a
Yep.
With non-commercials or with commercials?
I don't remember. We didn't watch it.
Yeah, either way, it's a long movie.
No,
Yep.
we have that one on DVD.
A long movie.
Saving Private Ryan's pretty long too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
it's a
I've
gory
seen it
movie.
times.
One of the goriest movies I've ever seen.
Band of
How-
Brothers was pretty gory too.
Which one?
How does
Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
HBO,
Yeah.
10 episodes.
how's my sound?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Scratchy in my ears.
Sounds good on this end.
Well, that's cool.
Fresno State win today, or did they lose?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Yeah, they were behind most of the game.
I got a phone call from a model, and they're doing some kind of photo mob I've never heard of out at Kearney Park tomorrow. And they were like, "Oh, it's at 3:00." I'm like, "I'm not going. I'm staying home." There's gonna be a bunch of photographers out there, models. I was like, "No thanks."
Is that one of those things where they plan it and everybody shows up and kind of supposedly surprises everybody? Yeah.
They're doing some kind of theme where they dress up as characters, and it's some kind of theme, like a horror theme of Christmas. I was like, I'm not interested.
The only thing from Christmas that comes to mind from horror is The Nightmare
Well,
Before
wow.
Christmas by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
That's the kind of theme they're doing, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that. And why would I go do a photo shoot for free?
Exactly. Yeah. Different story if you're making some coin off of it. Yeah. I understand.
They start at 4:00, so it's gonna be dark by 5 here.
Yeah, real quick, I
I
want
don't
to.
want to be playing with all those stupid settings on the camera, going from daylight to nighttime.
Right, right. So I want to real quick share something and not take a lot of the time here tonight. But I went out.
Time's up.
Yeah, really. Try again. So earlier tonight, I went out and I was playing around. I thought, well, I'm not going to drive around town until I get it set how I want with my lights. So I adjusted that one thing you were telling me about down, and I took this photo, and then I adjusted it again, going down even more. But that seemed to make it worse in my thinking. It looks like it adds some cool lights going outward, and I took it down one more time.
Too slow.
Is it too slow?
Yeah, bump it up.
Well, that's what I did toward the end. In fact, that one right there was, I took it.
That looks great.
It's better. You think I can get it any better than that, or is that about the best I'm going to get?
I think you get it better. I'm wondering what your metering settings are on. If it's on evaluated, maybe we can get all those little lines in there off the light.
Okay. Well,
kind of cool looking.
I like, believe it or not, I like that one because I like these little outward lights here.
It looks like it got fog.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why I sent you the message. I want to get with you privately and just probably hook it up to my phone and try to go outside at night and actually do it and see what it looks like. So, and I kind of forgot some of what you told me.
If you can master taking shots at night, there's nowhere else to learn about it. Those are the hardest shots to make. If you can figure out how to do that, it's game on. That's what I try to tell some of my students I've had over the years.
Yeah.
If you could take pictures at night, don't worry about anything else. You're gonna be good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lorna's actually taken some pictures when we first met and I was playing golf. She would go play golf with me, but she wouldn't golf. She would be off in the bushes looking for lost golf balls and then I'm like, you don't need to do that. We got 10,000 golf balls now. So she started taking pictures, and I've got a real cool picture somewhere, and I printed it as well. She's behind me, and she catches, just as I catch the ball on one picture, the next picture catches the ball in flight about 10 feet away from me on its upward projection. Really cool. I mean, now, I'm sure it was an accident. I'm sure she didn't sit there and go, oh, if I time this just right, but it was taken with an iPhone, so it just probably pressing a button real fast or something.
I'm really amazed with these phone cameras. They're almost as good as our professional cameras now.
Yeah,
especially at night. You don't even need a flash no more.
Yeah, I honestly did think about retaking all the pictures we took last night with the iPhone, but then I got to figure out how to get them off the iPhone onto the computer, onto either YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and it's just too much trouble.
You should be able to just.
You just can't plug your iPhone into your computer?
No, every time
You should be able to if all you're doing is transferring pictures off of it. But if you want to like music or do anything with music or anything like that, you need iTunes for that. But with pictures, you should be able to just plug in. With just pictures, you should be able to just plug in your iPhone and it ought to be able to detect it like a normal flash drive, and then you should.
Correct.
I've talked to several people with iPhones who cannot do that.
And you're looking at one that cannot do that. And you're looking at one that contacts Apple and they can't figure out because their solution is get the iCloud, get the iTunes. Yep. And I don't want to do either.
Can you put iCloud on your computer?
I'm sure it's on there. I'm just not real. Okay, Tim, I know this may come as a shock and you better sit down. I'm not very technical.
The answer is yes. You could install iCloud on your computer.
It's on my computer. I can guarantee you iCloud is on my computer. It's whether or not the space between this side and this side has the ability to figure out how to use it. And most of the time, it does not. iTunes gave up on that too.
iTunes is available in the store.
Yeah.
The Microsoft store.
Yeah. Now back in the day, back in 2015, 2014, yes, I could plug my iPhone in and instantly it would transfer those pictures over. And as the iPhone increased from iPhone 6, 7, 8, long about 8, that's when it stopped working. So they changed something. Because I had not changed my computer yet. Now, I haven't tried it on this computer yet that I built.
I'm not an iPhone user. I just got the Samsung, what is it called? The S21 Plus, and everything still works pretty good.
Does your phone have any updates that need to be done?
No, I keep it pretty well updated because Apple, in its infinite wisdom, when you have an update pending, it will slow your phone down. It will disconnect your phone calls, or at least it does mine.
Doug gets his pictures off of his iPhone, and he uses them sometimes when he's showing a couple of his videos in Tech Tales. So I'm wondering how he's doing it because he's got a iPhone. Mac. Well, true. He's got a Mac computer. I didn't think about that.
But I can guarantee you, all you have to do is plug in your cable from your iPhone or iPad to the computer and be able to transfer the pictures. Just drag and drop them.
Yeah, you got to look for that file that's labeled DCIM. That's where the pictures are stored.
Okay, so give me 1 second here, because I haven't tried it on this new build yet. Let me go grab my.
You probably the only thing you'll have to do on your phone is your phone will probably come up with a message when you first plug it in that says trust this computer, and then just click on trust, and then it should show up.
Well, should I have to have egg on my face here in a few minutes? I prefer my eggs to be scrambled. I will be right back. I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll grab some coffee too.
Were they yard birds?
The bitches? What?
Sure you were never in the military?
Who? No.
Tim?
Briefly. I don't even talk about it.
Well, just the yard bird expression. Made me think.
Well, the whole family, we, all of us are Navy, Air Force.
Right. Okay.
I missed the draft by 3 months, and then I had to go to the post office.
Yes.
FNG.
Well, Gary, the day I was drafted, I'd just been sworn in. I was sitting in the station in Kansas City waiting for the bus to take me to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And we were watching the news on the TV there, and they came on that night and announced the draft lottery.
Oh,
And
wow.
everybody in the room flipped the bird to the TV.
What year was that?
1969.
Oh, way before I was thought of.
So I got the high-speed cable to plug in said phone and plug in said computer.
You know what's funny? Apple's iPhones may be $1,000 a piece, but their cables are garbage.
Yeah. Well, all the cables are garbage that I've seen for anything.
I don't think my last one had a cable.
I had to buy this one.
Yeah.
I just noticed today there's no headphone jack on my new phone. Well, that sucks.
Well, Ken, if you put music on it, you need to drill a hole in the bottom.
My mom has.
Will that void the warranty?
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Well, be right back. I'll go get my drill. I didn't know this was going to be a tool time episode. All right, let's.
My mom has a new Samsung phone, and I had to order her an adapter for her phone to plug into the charging port in order to use headphones.
That's what everybody's telling me I need to get is an adapter, but
It's
I
crazy
use
as hell.
Bluetooth for everything, so I don't really need it. But sometimes, if I'm in a noisy place and I don't have Bluetooth headphones available, I want to be able to plug in regular headphones.
Well, she's actually got two pairs, so she can when one's charging, she can use the other one.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, cool. I click on share the screens and I get advanced share options. Boy, this is so messed up. Okay, so share screen with sound. Not that there's going to be any sound. All right. So you guys can see the big ass Saturday on the background.
Yep.
YouTube can see it too. So that way we all are. Now, where did I put my freaking phone? There it is. So.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm going to plug the phone in. I guess you guys can see this.
Yes.
So I'm plugging the phone in.
You should get a message saying trust on your phone. Just click on trust on your phone.
That's why I'm sharing my screen so you guys can see it as I do this. So phone is plugged in. My phone vibrated and it says USB accessory, unlock phone to use accessories. So I will unlock the phone. Phone is unlocked. I heard a noise. Allow this device to access photos and videos. In small print it says, please call Alex Cheek to get the code to unlock your phone. What? Okay, so I clicked allow, but you guys can see on the screen, ain't nothing happening.
Well, your computer did make a noise.
Something made a noise, but now is it because I'm hiding my icon? My icon should have nothing to do with it.
No.
Just
open your little folder in your taskbar.
Open my little folder. Alex, I don't know you well enough to open my little folder, but. Okay, so you're talking about this thing right here in the lower right? Okay, so the only thing open is my 35mm memory card on OneDrive, my big drive which is my Western Digital external, and the desktop. So I'll close all that because we don't need none of that running. So close, close, close. Now, should I get rid of this Saturday thing? Do you think that's having any effect on it?
No, just.
Okay. So do you want me to unplug the phone and replug it back in?
No, just open your Explorer.
Will that be this?
Explorer. There you go.
Oh, I'm learning. Now what do I do?
Now click on the left hand. Click on this PC on the left hand side.
This one right here that's already open.
Apple iPhone is showing there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right here.
Yep, it's right there.
Yes.
All right.
And that's your internal storage that's your storage in your phone.
Okay. How does that get my pictures off of here?
Just click
Yep,
click on that.
Click on that. There's
And then click
DCIM.
on-
There's your pictures.
There they are.
And then there should be DCM somewhere, right?
He already clicked on DCM.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. I just
Yeah.
I clicked through it pretty quick. Okay, so here's.
There they are.
Okay, hang on. Let's not get real excited there yet. I have on my phone right now 560 pictures. So
And-
you're telling me in these
all-
19 folders are those 560 pictures?
Yes.
Yes.
So here is, let me open one. So that's I want to do this on one shot. I don't want to go into each individual folder, open the doggone folder, and transfer the picture.
Control A.
Huh?
Should be able to press Control A to highlight them all.
Okay, so I'm going to hit Control A. That highlights them all.
Then Control C.
And then
Control C.
Copy.
Now I got to have some
and then
place to
make
put them.
another, Make another
Okay.
folder somewhere else on your computer. Copy and paste all the folders into that one folder. And you can go through them all.
Yeah, you guys will see what I'm talking about though here in just a second. So I'm going to create a new folder. We're going to call this off. We're going to call this iPhone. My cap locks is on. iPhone pictures. Enter. We're going to open that. Now I see a Control A, Control C. I should be able to just either right click and hit paste.
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
Hmm.
Oh, there it
There it
goes.
goes.
A little slow.
There it is.
Yeah, hang on. Let's not get too excited yet. This is good. This is better. This is okay. So far I got no issues. About 35 minutes remaining. I'm not going to sit here for 35 minutes. So
It'll change before
Yeah.
35 minutes is up.
I watched a YouTube video yesterday from the guy who worked on that copying algorithm at Microsoft years ago. And he explained why it never is correct.
Mr. Plummer,
Yep. Dave's Garage.
Yep, I watch
I
it.
like him. He's great.
so
What's interesting is he's autistic and still did all of that stuff for Microsoft.
His business did quite well too.
Oh yeah.
okay, so I'm going to temporarily minimize this,
Yeah.
and I'll
Some of
get
those
this
are
out of the way.
Some of those are videos because they're not MOVs.
Oh, they'll take a while.
But here's the issue that I think I have with this.
Movies are stored in DCIM, so but it's saving them to your computer.
Yeah, I'm putting them over. Okay, so it's going to put them in folders like this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I go and get, without going into each folder, this one's got, well, that was a bad one to choose. Let me go find one that's just got a couple pictures in it. Maybe daggone it. Well, I'm 2 for 2 for finding one that's got one picture in it. Okay, I give up.
You want to rename them?
No, I want to take them out of I don't want to have 51 folders that have 1 or 2 pictures each in them, like this one. I know this one's got 1 picture in it. That folder's got 1 picture in it. I don't.
Do you want to move it somewhere?
I want to. Yeah, I would rather they all be in one folder or location, as opposed to I've got 50 whatever it is, and I have to go into each individual one to find a picture. So, and I know that's what's.
Is
You can
How do
do
you
that
look
if
for
it's
your
one
phone
big folder.
makes a folder for each date.
Well, that's what
Every
this
day
is. This is
make-
dated right here, Alex.
Right.
They're all dated. Like, for example, this one I just showed you guys is 2018, which is not correct. Well, wait a minute, 2018. Yeah, we were in Vegas. Like, this is probably either a singular picture or, yeah, see, that's a singular picture too. they're dated, which is fine, but a lot of these have just singular photos in them, and that.
I like to put behind my date, after the date, what I was shooting, in case somebody requests a picture later. Cause
Right.
dates don't mean nothing to me.
Well, it would help me too, and if I.
But it keeps them in order.
Right.
So I keep the
Yeah.
date, and then after that, I put, Bulldog Blitz or Fly In at Sky Park or Model Shoot or whatever, etc., etc.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna guess just shy of going in. I'll just pick on this one right here. I'll just shy of going in and saying, oh, those 5 or those 6 pictures are from when we moved into our house in Vegas. So I'm gonna go. Boy, that's really mind-boggling this thing down, huh? I'm gonna go get all these, maybe, and I'm gonna create a folder somewhere else and call New House Vegas. Put a date on it, move those over there, and then delete this folder.
I
Or
would
just rename the
I was
folder.
gonna rename the pictures.
I would leave that folder alone and rename it, and keep the date on it. New House in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of these that say 2018-01-2, 2018-01-5, those are just individual folders with pictures from that date. Is that what this is?
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, let me stop sharing my screen because
It's a lot of
I think
work.
we can. Yeah, it's going to be.
I do it automatically. First thing I do when I get home from a photo shoot, I stick my batteries in the charger. I take my cards out and upload them to my computer and make sure they're formatted and ready to go for the next photo shoot. Who knows? You might have to go to a photo shoot in 6 hours.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to confuse myself as, sometimes I have requests for pictures 5 years later after I took the photo shoot.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, well, I don't remember the date. Well, what was the event? Oh, it was such and such
Bless you.
wedding. Oh, I go right to it.
Right. Yeah, and you've got a massive amount of pictures compared to what I've got.
Yeah, over 3 different hard drives.
So this is getting all the pictures that are on my phone right now, right? Everything?
Yeah.
So the 560 in recent, the 24 in my WhatsApp, my
videos.
And my 75 videos.
Yep. Videos are
Okay, so next week, Saturday night, we'll figure out a way to just do the pictures only and not everything else.
Yeah, you'll have to go to details and tell it, hey, I want photo or JPEG, not movies or MP4s or wherever the format is.
Did I see that option and just miss it?
You could have gotten to that option, but you're copying everything off that DCIM folder from your phone to your computer.
Including the deleted ones?
No, that I don't know.
Don't think so, but
I don't think it'll take the deleted ones.
I've got a screen recording on here that I don't remember either, so it's probably grabbing that. Oh, no, I know what that is. That's not a screen recording. It's actually just a picture. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see how that goes. It had about 34 minutes to go, and I minimized it. So I'm going to be busy. Well, I appreciate it. That's never. I told you guys it was going to work. It never has worked before. If I tried that on my other computer, that would not work. So this one's a little bit better off than that one is. All right, next one.
This is on your build?
Yeah, this is on my build. Yeah.
Maybe there's a driver missing on the other one for iPhone.
Could be. It could be. Honestly, I do not like this. It's an iPhone 11 Max Pro, and I do not like it. I'm really suffering through using it right now because I'm waiting to see how bad the Pro 13s is or is not. My brother has the iPhone 12 Max Pro, and he says that's just the greatest thing ever invented.
What's the
12s ought to be cheaper now.
You would think. They're not, but you would think. What's the what, Tim?
What's the newest iPhone?
13.
13.
Oh.
And 14's already been being discussed.
I'm surprised they use 13. Usually they'll go 12 and then 14 because they don't like using that number 13.
I've heard that.
just
Yeah.
like with Windows.
Yeah.
You never know about Windows.
They skipped from what? Windows 8. They skipped Windows 9 and went straight to 10 because
Yeah.
that number's a bad luck number for the Chinese people.
9. 9's a bad luck number.
Yeah, according to them, that's why Windows skipped from 8 to 10.
Why did it skip from 95 to 98?
I thought it was the reason why they skipped from 8 to 10 was because they had already had Windows 95 and 98.
They didn't have Windows 9.
Now we're a conspiracy theorist channel. I love it.
Well, I don't know what Apple's doing. I've never owned an Apple product, but I do own some Apple stock. And since I started buying, my financial guy had me start buying just like $100 a month years and years ago. And since I started buying it, it has averaged 41% growth a year.
Nice.
Sounds.
I don't have a tremendous amount of money in it, unfortunately.
I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that. Me and Doug's even talked about it. Every other operating system with Windows is junk.
Yeah, that's a common comment on the internet.
As in good, bad, good, bad, good, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Windows 11 is going to be junk. I'm not in no hurry to get it.
It's not recommended you rush to it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's already been confirmed. It's already been confirmed in my opinion that it's junk because they're making you jump through a ton of hoops just to get a local account on Windows 11.
Well, that's going to stay with all the ones after that too.
Yeah, that's not going away. That's going to be in Windows 10 soon.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
Yeah, they're flipping it over.
Yeah, that Microsoft account is not Windows 11. They want everybody on that. Just like everybody that has Windows 10 still has a OneDrive place somewhere. It's not there to use, but the directory's there.
Did Tony Wallow ever sneak into the chat room and I haven't seen him yet? Anybody notice?
Who?
Tony Wallow?
Nope.
He might be all YouTubed out today. He was with Catherine and then Doug.
Makes me miss Windows 7 where they didn't even ask you for a Microsoft account.
Well, the good thing about Windows 7 is you break into it without having any skill level.
Windows
Yeah.
7 wasn't Windows as a service with Windows 7. They changed that starting in Windows 8.1.
Yeah.
Windows 7 wasn't a service yet.
I think Windows Vista was the worst operating system ever.
Well, 7 was just the fix for Vista, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navy stayed on Windows 7 for a long time.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
If it
Were they
wasn't
one of the ones who paid Microsoft for patches?
Yep.
I imagine so.
Yeah,
Actually, the military, the Army was using it also, from what I understand.
if Windows 7 was still supported, I'd still be using Windows 7. But
I like the Windows 7.
I did too.
I've kind of grown to like 10, actually.
I'm getting better with it, but about the time I get it figured out, then they'll stop supporting it, and I'll be forced to get Windows 11.
Yeah, you got 4 years yet.
It's true. That's very true.
I can wait 4 years. I just would really hate to buy another machine because, well,
I know where one's available for you if you're interested. It's got 256 gigabyte of RAM. It's got like 2 motherboards in it. It's got a boatload of fans. They spin around. They're real pretty.
13.
13, that's right. It's got a lucky number 13 fans in it.
I bet that's $10,000 and I need a crane to get inside my door.
I'll tell you what. For you and you only, I'll get it for you for $9.98. Okay? Just for you.
All these people are complaining that their new computers can't support Windows 11. Well, my mom's computer is 3 years old, and it can still it can support Windows 11 perfectly. Officially.
What
Well,
chip
that's
does
the
it have?
same. This
Perfectly
laptop,
100%.
this
What chip
laptop
does it
I've
have?
got, I've been complaining off and on about, is officially supported by Windows 11.
Hey, Alex,
Keeps
in the
offering it to me. I'm not taking it right now.
Yeah, it's
Alex, in the device
Yes.
manager, does it have TPM 2.0?
Yes.
It does in the device manager. She's got probably a i7 in it.
It's an i5.
And there's a couple i5s that will work. There's no reason
It's
that
an
it should.
i5 80. It's an i5 8400.
Yep, then it'll work. I mean, it's not a question of getting a new machine. It's a question of the hardware will support it.
Well, actually, in the BIOS of these newer machines, there's a setting called at least for Intel machines, called like Intel Platform Trust Technology.
Right, that's
And
TPM.
and
And
if
it's
you
on
and if you
2.0
ena-
right now.
and if you enable that, then
We'll get 2.0 in your device manager.
Yeah.
And if you don't enable it, you won't, and it won't allow Windows 11 to be installed. That's fine.
Yeah.
My
I got it
shows-
turned off in my BIOS.
My
it shows
machine's
up-
got TPM on it, but it's telling me it does not support Windows 11. I
Does it say
call BS
TPM?
on that.
Does it have TPM 2.0, 2.0?
No, it's 2.0.
And it
Well,
should.
It's
is
zero.
it possible? I'm getting the little green check mark that says this PC is compatible with Windows 11 on both of our machines. But is it still possible that when I try on her machine, is it still possible that when I try to go and install Windows 11, it won't allow me to?
What does it say? Because if you run the health inspector first, it tells you like the DX diagnostics don't cover it, or the memory, or
It doesn't say anything's wrong. It gives me a green check mark.
on all of them.
Yes, it just
think
tells me
so.
this computer is compatible.
And then what happens when you try to install it?
I don't know because I'm not going to install it right now.
I thought you just said it wouldn't allow you to install it.
I said, is it possible that it still wouldn't allow me to install it,
No,
even if it was giving me on?
If it qualifies for it, Microsoft will try to push the install for you,
gotta laugh. Not laughing at you guys.
unless you have 2.0 turned off.
The other thing is something about secure boot. You're gonna have that turned off.
Yep, and to not allow it to happen. Yes, you have secure boot. But see what it's doing. A lot of the security stuff. I mean, one of the things is if you move a program into memory, it's going to check what was there before and make sure that the program that's moving it into the memory is actually a valid program.
There's your
That's
buddy,
not-
Ken.
Yeah, well, that's what I was laughing at. I just got an email, and he's reached out to someone literally begging for the link to this. So,
Sammy boy.
and you'll notice in the YouTube stream, I can't really say what I want to say though. Anyway, he needs to get with me privately. We've discussed that, and that's all that's all I'm going to say about that tonight. And like my favorite character, that's all I got to say about that.
Well,
Yes,
I've not been getting any. I've not been getting any like downloads.
Wait a minute, son. You're telling me you're the famous Bubba Gump? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I haven't been getting any download links or anything inside of Windows Update trying to force me to download Windows 11.
You don't get links. You actually get Windows 11 if it qualifies.
On
Yeah,
my
it's just-
laptop, it's saying I'm able to get Windows 11. It says it will let me know when it's available.
Right, but you don't have to do anything to it. Go take a nap and you'll come back and go, what the shit happened?
That's
I'm
why I
sticking
turned
it-
it off. And
Well,
if you
supposedly it
don't-
won't force it on you.
That's what I mean. They won't or they will.
Won't, supposedly.
Well,
Well,
suppose
the
I
catch
get.
is, if you are qualified for it, in other words, the TPO, there's a secure boot. Yep, look at
It supposedly is opt-in.
right, and this one doesn't say about. This is Ken's.
Yeah, I just shared my screen. This is what I get when I go to check my updates.
That's
You can
exactly
get
what
rid
Okay,
of
that's
that.
on your new build, right?
Correct.
It doesn't say, and I mean that's what's doesn't say anything about checking in. You'll get it one of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I get the little blue one over here that says not at this time, because I don't want to go to bed one night and wake up with Windows 11 on my machine the next morning. Uh-oh. My can't read my phone, doggone it. Oh, you know why?
Because you just text.
Nope, phone went to sleep.
Oops.
You can get rid of that by
Darn it.
clicking that X. Ken, you can get rid of that statement by clicking that X.
Right. But, okay, we'll turn this into a paranoia station again, channel again. I'm afraid to do that because I'm afraid if I do that, I might wake up the next morning and be on my machine. So I keep it there.
That was the problem with Windows 10. If you click that X, it doesn't turn it off. It will still download and install Windows 10.
Correct statement, Rick.
That's another fear that I have.
The only
So-
thing that will get rid of.
Go into your BIOS and turn it off.
You do know you're talking to me, right?
We'll walk you through if you want.
Yeah, but you can't walk me through BIOS on this machine while we're on a live stream and Zooming because I got to restart the machine and get into. Oh, look, the Federation Products wants the Zoom link. Don't know ya. Nice try. Was that too crude? Was that too rude of me to say it that way? I'm sorry, Federation Productions. I don't really know who you are, so you must forgive me.
Ken,
Okay,
I didn't hear you
yes.
say anything. I didn't hear you
Full
say
weight.
anything. You said something?
I did. I know. Hold on. Let me solve that problem.
We
Hey,
can
Ken.
do it with your iPhone.
Ah, there he comes. In the
But
opening.
he's still copying stuff from his iPhone to his computer.
Oh yeah, I guess that's still
No, I
going.
didn't.
Where'd Ken go?
Who'd we just let in?
Nobody.
Where'd Ken go?
I'm still here. Doug keeps muting me because apparently you guys can hear voices in the background.
Now, wait a minute. Doug and I worked on something after the Zoom. So now be quiet because we put a hotkey for you when you get these difficult things to think about and what you should do. You ready? Okay. Like, this is your response. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
The hell's
You
wrong
are
with
counting your stars that she is not here tonight, aren't you? You got to admit, her laugh is infectious.
Whose?
That's Catherine's laugh.
Well, I don't remember it.
Oh. I sure hope she's not lurking on the, here in a minute she's going to, in big capital letters, she's going to say, Zoom link, please.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble.
I think if she requests the link, I'm probably going to hand it over to Alex and I'm leaving.
Now I know why they call him Blackwatch.
Oh, that was pretty good, Blackwatch. That was pretty good.
We want to
So,
take him out and eat him. Nobody can see us.
Again,
Yes,
Again,
yes.
this is probably a little too technical for you, but if you ever do wake up and your computer has Windows 11, you can always go into your settings under security and revert it back to Windows 10.
I think you have 10 days.
Yep. And after 10 days, it deletes
Yep.
that.
Matthew Kemp said, when it's offered. All you got to do is just click stay on Windows 10 for now. He says he did it and he hasn't never got another notification.
Yeah, I see that.
I want to see
Yeah.
that too.
Okay.
Who just said that?
Matthew
Matthew?
Camp 915.
Oh, Federation Products is Sam Lazar. Sam, you need to reach out to me privately. I've only said that, I don't know, 4 times now. Privately.
Federal, it's me, Sam. Oh, he changed his name to Federation Products.
I will disagree with that, Jeff and Ken.
Huh?
But yeah, I
That
will
looks like
disagree with
that looks like a Star Trek emblem.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
the
that's
Federation.
Sam.
that. You cannot
Yeah.
distinguish.
It probably is Sam. He says it's me, Sam Lazard, and that's Sam Lazard Tech. So I'm pretty much guessing it's him. So we'll have our. So Gary, you don't think I should have that conversation? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm talking about Windows 11.
Oh,
Changing the BIOS.
don't
you don't
confuse
you don't
me.
get it.
Huh? Virus.
Changing in the BIOS if you want to make sure you don't get it. And that's it.
So here's what's going to happen, okay? We're going to be doing a stream, and I'm going to say, great news, guys. I'm going to go into my BIOS tonight. After this, I'm going to reset. I'm going to set it so that I can't get Windows 11. And then tomorrow night stream, everything will be happy and just wonderful. 3 weeks later, when I get Windows working again, I'm back!
We have confidence.
Can
in
you do Zoom on your old machine?
Yes, I can.
Then
I think. Let me look. I believe I
He
can.
could do Zoom on his cell phone if he wanted
right.
to.
I mean, then just
Uh,
reach out to one of the tech guys on here over Zoom on another device. Talk you through it.
It's just one setting. Then click
Tim or
save
Gary
action.
or whoever.
You know, Alex can do it during the day tomorrow if you got time.
yeah, the Zoom app is on there, so I'm quite sure I probably could do that.
Well, my laptop says it can do it, so I'm just going to leave it sit and see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to make me take it.
No, I don't.
2025.
I have looked in BIOS, but I didn't see what I was told to look for in BIOS. So it's not a question of I can get into BIOS, but I'm smart enough to know if it doesn't jump right out at me and I understand what it is, I don't do anything. And everyone tells me to look for specific things in BIOS, and I can't find it anywhere. So for now, it's good. Now I might do what you said and put it on that machine and get with someone. I may get with 3 or 4 someones, and then see if we can get this going.
I guarantee you they ain't gonna make me take it because I've got all my updates set in group policy to notify before download. So I have to press the download button before I get any updates at download.
By all accounts, they're not forcing it on anybody. So I don't know.
Not yet.
Maybe in 2025.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did some of you not encounter, you went to bed one night with Windows 7, you woke up the next morning and said, congratulations, you have Windows 10.
I will
I did
guarantee
not-
100% that happened.
Huh?
I did not.
Gary,
I
say
took
again.
the free update in the last 48 hours. It was nominally available to me on my Windows 7 machine.
Not me personally, but I have a personal experience where that it did happen. It happened one Wednesday night at church. The church computer was updated from Windows 7 to Windows 10 in the middle of a church service.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
That's why I'm asking. Has anyone experienced that?
So, Alex, you're saying that they don't do that, right? Or
No, they do.
We had one computer at work that did that. It made us kind of mad.
Yeah, I heard about it happening on Windows 10.
No, I'm saying I have my computers programmed, so I have my computers set up so they won't do that from group policy. But it did happen. It did happen at the computer at church, but not to me personally.
I know what you're using in group policy, but that doesn't mean they do not check group policy on Windows 11, even where you put in Windows 11. That only works on Windows 10. I guarantee that too. Microsoft
So
Microsoft is
you're
going
saying
around
group policy. You're saying group policy won't work on Windows 11.
group policy as a program does, but do not allow Windows 11 will not work in group policy. And see what group policy is, what Windows 11 is saying is group policy. Oh, there's a problem with that. It's a security problem. Let's put Windows 11 in and make it work. Other words, okay, you've heard of the TPM security, okay? Do you know that it was installed automatically in the servers for Windows 2016 you were using at school?
It was installed or uninstalled.
Installed automatically. Every one of them. Didn't even ask you.
Right. No, I personally experienced going to bed one day
No,
at Windows
I didn't
7 and
know
waking
that.
up to Windows 10. That's why I asked.
Half of the TPM stuff installed on server first, and you can even, you know, it's not the problem. It's just adding security to it, and it's not Microsoft pushing it. Is the government's pushing Microsoft? Microsoft is saying, "Oh, we're great. Look at what we did." And if you're working in a bigger company, they'll actually come by. If you got more than 1,000 employees, they'll come by. The government will come by and have a nice talk with you and explain how stuff like this is good for the company. And if you sell to the Department of Justice or Department of Defense, you have to be demonstrating that your computers have TPM 2.0 activated and that you are on Windows 11. Well, and as an example, this is the part that I get hot about. I don't have it on at work, I will tell you that, but on my personal computer, I've been running it since almost, I'm up to 10 months now. I've been running Windows 11. That's why when people say it's new, if you call 10 months new, it's new. I mean, 2 months ago, Windows 10 had a major problem with printing on domain servers. Well, not on domain servers, but on Windows domains in offices. So does that mean it's no good because it had a problem 2 months ago? Windows 11, people don't like the new screen. Does that mean it's a problem for people who don't like the screen?
What was the problem? What was the problem with printing? The last problem I heard of
the Okara printers.
printing was those printers.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem about printing, it was a problem about security. The security, if I got on your network and went to your server, I could say, oh, there's printing over there on 10.20.30.2. I go to that machine, I could send stuff back from the scanners, which are on some printers. So in other words, you're scanning, and while you're scanning, I could also send a picture, which is going to come through as a scanned document, but I can also send a nice virus back to your PC or your server.
That really did stop.
I mean, it took them 3 days to send out a patch for that, but we wait 2 weeks before we put stuff on, we can have a problem with it. But the point I'm making, and I'll stop ranting and raving on it, but people say Windows 11 is so bad. Well, does that mean Windows 10 was so bad? No, they fixed the problem. I mean, remember, and this is the thing that I tell the people that I just like, I got two here, and I'll be quick with them. One is people don't like 365. Is a Blackwatch? If he's still around.
He's here.
No, but the point I was making is IT has been paying for software for the last 25, 30 years on a monthly basis. If when I pay for 365, it's a joke. When I pay for
running out, what do you want?
I was saying, do you remember back in the days when you started with IT that you paid monthly for software? Like accounting programs or whatnot?
There were budgets, yearly, monthly, yeah, there were.
In other words, people right now hear 365, and it's $8 a month. Oh my God. I've been paying $100 a month per seat for 30 years, 25 years. So it's not something new that Microsoft's doing. Companies have been doing that, like I said, half a century. But anyway, I mean, so people say with Windows 10 or 11, excuse me, I'm not a Microsoft boy, but Dell didn't start shipping this in the first of the month and say, oh shit, we should have tested it. Because just like Ken or Doug said, he had one machine that was screwed up, but the rest of them worked fine.
True.
Okay,
I
quick.
mean, would the machine have been screwed up with Windows 10? Who knows?
I have to get a sponsorship break in here, so just a moment. Tonight's stream is being brought to you by Apple iPhone and subscription or whatever. Anyway, this is what it brought up, and before it stopped, these are the 16 folders that came off of my phone. So, singular picture, singular picture, singular picture.
So your phone went to sleep in the middle of copy.
Right. So what I want to do now is restart this and see if we can just get the pictures only and not the videos. So to restart it, what do? Just unplug it and replug it back in?
Are you seeing the phone now on the Apple iPhone is still showing under this PC?
Right here.
Yep. Click on that.
Oh. This folder is empty.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, Tim. That's encouraging. Hold on. I know. Let's see if my little guess here is cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to refresh this. Maybe can that be refreshed? No, seriously. That should have refreshed the whole doggone thing, right? There we go. So now I'm gonna click on this, and it's still showing empty. Okay.
Did your phone go to sleep?
Oh no, nope. I'm looking right at it. What I'm gonna do is unplug it. I'm gonna turn it off.
Plug it back in.
Right.
I've had that same problem.
Who'd you let in?
Nobody. That was my phone.
phone.
So we'll go back down to here. Come on with the uh-ohs now, doggone it.
It's empty. What pictures are that? Is that the dark night sky?
Yeah, really.
It shows it's empty, but it still shows the little blue bar that shows it's almost full.
I had one of those, except they had words in it. No.
Yeah, it does. You're right, Alex.
You double clicking that or?
Yeah, well, right now it finally just said allow access, so I'm gonna actually.
Oh, you gotta do that part on the phone side.
Yeah, I guess I got to do that each and every time. So now that it says that, I'll go down to here. I'll go to Apple, double click DCMI. Okay, so I'll click on this.
There you go.
Now, how do we get it to only do pictures and not grab the videos?
Oh, well, you got individual folders there.
Right.
That's gonna be
Exactly.
a complicated task.
Yeah, I agree. So do I go down here and look at this and say, oh, looks like videos and movies. So do I go in there and mark each individual picture and leave the videos and just grab the pictures?
You can write a little batch file that'll do it.
If you go up to details.
Details right here.
After you open one of those folders.
Now open this folder again.
Yeah.
Go to details. Got it.
Sort of.
Now you can click on type at the top. Move your mouse all the way up to the top.
Second column.
Yeah, hang on.
No, you're fine. Go to the second column, straight down.
Okay. My mind's out in left field again. Got details from there. Where do I go?
Stop.
Here.
Go ahead.
Type.
Click on top.
Click it.
Type.
Okay.
Now it's in order by JPEG.
Okay. Right.
Now
you can highlight all those and copy them.
Yeah. You can do a control shift. There you go.
Yeah.
And copy.
And all the ones that have
which is a pain in the butt, but that's the only way you can do it right now.
Well, the problem is going to be if I put these in here, which is kind of, okay, so that's kind of what I want to do, but then again, I kind of like the fact that they are in a folder. So this is 2012 2112 something, right? Do we all see that? How can I get the entire path to identify the folder without going back and doing this again?
Just click on the empty space in above in the folder path above where your
Here?
highlights are. Yes.
Same thing. I'm going to say it might be the first, maybe. Nah, that can't be because these have got different things. Okay, we'll do it the hard way. This one doesn't really say either. We change that to that. That one doesn't really say either.
Expand that column?
Huh?
Can't you expand that column?
Sure. You guys keep forgetting who you're talking to. Expanded as in...
Left to right, or right to left? You want to?
No, yeah, I can, but it's only on the type. It's not really telling me. I just want to see what this is because 202112 and then underscore really doesn't tell me anything. But you know what? I'm okay with this for now. I could do it this way. Just for now. I'm going to Control C. I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to maximize this. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to create me a folder. And I'm going to call it 2021. Was it 12? I believe 12 underscore. I believe that's what it was it not?
Yeah.
Close enough. So I'm going to open that up. Maybe not. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to do a Control V, and there they go. Okay, that's not going to be that bad, actually.
It'll be quicker than the movies.
Exactly, and I can get all the pictures.
Yeah, the MP4s are going to be much bigger. Take more time.
You can always get your movies on there later.
Well, I think what I might want to do, Tim, is do the movies actually the same way, but to put them into a different folder altogether, and that way I've got.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
That's your preference.
Okay, cool. Oh, great. You guys have been a great help with that. So I want to make sure I don't hit the wrong thing here.
I'm a little different. I like to keep everything in the same folder because I shoot movies and photos at the same time.
Right. Yeah, in your case, that makes sense. So,
yeah.
Great. Man, that's like 2 nights in a row we've actually learned. I've learned something. I mean, you guys haven't learned anything. You guys have probably learned, man, Ken really doesn't know anything about tech. He's not lying.
I'm still learning. Oops.
Now, Tim, let me give you some business advice, okay? What you do is you send the invoice first, you get the check, and then you say, I'm still learning. Then we're good because you got paid.
No, I just don't tell them about
it. So Matthew Camp made a reference to a song, Jenny Jenny. That was great. I like that. 8675309, I believe is that what it is?
Oh man, I remember that song.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that song. Actually,
we may not be able to do music, but we can sure as hell talk about music. And I know we can't get in trouble for that. Did Alex leave? Looks like he did.
I think that's when MTV actually had videos. Music videos.
Back when they did have videos. But didn't MTV start videos in the late 70s?
80s.
No, 70s.
Early 80s, I thought.
No, 70s. I remember I graduated high school in 1977, and I remember sitting in my grandparents' house, and when they first got cable, my grandfather was going through there and goes, and there's this channel called MTV. What the hell's that all about? Well, let's see. Clicks on it. And yes, Owner of a Lonely Heart was playing. And that was 1975 or 76. Now they
didn't have cable, so I didn't.
Well, they had just gotten it, so he was going through there and checking things out.
Okay, how much you want to bet there, Ken?
I know what I saw, Gary. You can bet all you want.
August 1st, 1981.
1981.
Yeah, it was 81, 82. I I thought.
Okay, let's research that a little bit further. Is that when they came out with the stupid shows, or was there one predecessor before MTV?
I was after, I thought.
The official
Then
one was
they came out with VH1.
Yeah, or
VH1
was VH1 first or second?
second.
Second.
Second. Okay.
What
Was
the
I watching
first
a Dick
video?
Clark special on Owner of a Lonely Heart then?
Maybe.
Possible.
Or Soul Train, which I actually liked.
Oh, Soul Train was around for years.
Oh gosh, Don Cornelius, yeah.
Yeah.
We watched that sometimes on a black and white TV, which is funny. My dad was a TV technician. He worked on their very first color TV, but we got stuck with a black and white TV. I don't understand that. But anyway.
They came out on January 1st, 1985. VH1.
So right after MTV.
Yeah.
Wow, what the hell was I watching in '76 or '75 at my grandparents' house? I've never done drugs, so that was never an issue.
I didn't think you did. Sorry. I'm sorry, Catherine.
Oh, Gary! Why you don't think before you speak? I hope she's not watching this.
He's confused and he doesn't.
I see some editing coming up on this stream. Oh man, what was we watching?
I'm going to play Winchester Cathedral.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
What was the first video MTV aired?
I can answer that, but I'm not going to.
That you know the answer to that?
Killed the radio star.
Yep. And who did it?
The Boogles.
Buggles. The Buggles.
Buggles.
The Buggles. It's like in the Get Back, John Lennon keeps going. And now, our show brought to you by the Beagles, the Rolling Stones. He changes it every time he does it. I got to look up when that came out because this is bugging me now. When did Owner of a Lonely Heart come out?
That was the good old days.
They have this thing, Kim. It's called Google. No, I'm kidding. Owner of the Lonely Heart.
1983. Man, maybe I did drugs in high school. I don't even remember it. That could be. Yeah, 83. I just Googled it.
Must have been some good ones.
Apparently.
That girl you went out with. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, at least I didn't move to Fresno, California.
Girls
go for his mind.
Right over his head. Thank goodness.
I'm still here.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to edit that out because I don't think she'd catch the humor in that. And again, if she pops into the chat and says, "Can I have the link, please?" I'm leaving. I'm done. I'll get with you guys privately tomorrow, and you can tell me how bad it was. Blackwatch. Blackwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to be my listening poll tonight, please. You can change your name to Ken. I'll send you a picture.
I know where this is going.
Oh my goodness. Okay, enough of that. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll take it like a man. Gary or Greg, doing anything later?
Am I doing anything later?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to change your name to Ken and send you a picture because Blackwatch don't want to do it. Yeah, Matthew Camp said, Owner of a Lonely Heart, early 80s, 1983. I did Google it. That's bugging me now. This is going to bother me the rest of my night. Damn it.
I couldn't tell you.
I can remember the carpet. They had just gotten this ugly green and blue shag carpet.
Oh,
and
man.
the cable TV had just came out. They were one of the first people on their block. Not that they were trendsetters. That just kind of worked out that way. And I remember my grandmother. Do you guys remember shag carpeting? And they had the carpet rake where they had to rake the carpet after they vacuumed it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That must have been a hell of a good Thanksgiving dinner we had that year, because I don't. Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, my grandma all the time, she would make desserts, and before she would serve it, she'd go, "You guys are not going to believe what I left out of this." And then she says, "But you have to try it first, and then I'll tell you." Okay, so you put arsenic in instead of salt, but we got to try it first before you tell us.
You're getting old, Grandma.
Yeah. And it was funny too, because she'd always leave something simple out, and you could, she didn't tell you, you'd never know it. That, and the other funny thing was, she would ask who wanted dessert, and of course, myself, my sister, my brother, my mom, my dad, and my grandfather, we'd all say we do, and she'd look at my grandfather and she would tell him, "You don't need any." And then we'd get these giant portions that were like this big, huge portions, right? This would be my grandfather's, like that big.
Oh wow.
But, looking back on it, I think she was looking out for his health, honestly. They worked 6 days a week. He would come home every night. First thing he'd do is he'd sit in his recliner. Second thing he'd do is pop open a beer. Third thing he'd do is light a cigarette. And that was his day. And as he got older, he couldn't do that as much. And I really do feel she was, realizing these were bad habits that needed to be changed. So it wasn't a bad thing. It was a funny thing, but it wasn't a bad thing. So.
I never got to meet my grandfather. Yeah.
Catherine's here?
No.
It's Black Watch.
Hey, Ken?
Yes. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like Catherine. Yes, Gary, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to give you an answer. Owner of a Lonely Heart.
1983.
Kind of.
That's what Google says.
Who was it by?
Yes.
No, who was it by? We can play that game for a while. Who do you know? Who wrote it?
I don't know who wrote it, but I know the group that performed it.
Right. Trevor Rabin, the guitarist of Yes.
Right.
He
Yeah. So
recorded it.
who performed it and who wrote it are two different questions. The group, Yes, performed it, while somebody.
I apologize for interrupting, but no. The guitarist for Yes, and I knew that. That's why I was joking. I would answer yes for 5 minutes. First formed and performed the song in 1968. So you were right.
Wow.
The song was not officially on number one until 1983.
Oh, it did make number one? I did not know that.
Yes, but he officially, his copyright on it, and he was playing it in their concerts.
Oh, sure. Bring up copyrights. I mean, just beat me while I'm down.
No, but it was 68. So you may have heard it on some, whatever.
Yeah.
I still have that album. That's cool info.
Midnight Special. When did Midnight Special come out?
Mid-70s. That I know for a fact.
Johnny Rivers.
Yep. Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack, yeah. Maybe, might have been on Midnight Special. Somehow it was being replayed in the middle of the afternoon. Because I remember sitting there watching it, and my grandfather was skimming through there, and he came across it, and the song was "Owner of a Lonely Heart," and my grandfather was Conway Twitty. This is how big my country music repertoire is. Conway Twitty, Buck Owens, Charlie Pride. There had to be more, but I can't remember. I mean, whereas I'm diehard rock and roll, that man was diehard country, not country and western, country music. So I would have loved to seen him hear some rap music. That would have been cool.
I can't stand rap music.
I
Drives
thought
me
that
nuts.
I thought that was called crap.
Crap music it is. Yeah, I'm the same way, Rick. Even if you clean the lyrics up, it's still not good music in my humbled opinion.
I don't like it, but I could have been. So I hate to say this, but some skill. My son used to love the shit out of listening to that, and it's like it gave him. I can swear now because it sounded, you know.
We're still streaming. I haven't shut that down, although we got to be approaching the magic hour of 2 hours. Let me go see. So who, Ice Baby? What song did he rip off?
Oh,
That is it.
wow.
Oh,
Eminem?
No.
Enema.
No.
Milli
My
Vanilli?
wife.
All right, so we're at 1 hour, 52 minutes, 53, whatever. I'm going to end the stream. Matthew Camp, as always, good for you to be here. Appreciate it. Sam, I will send you another email. We need to talk. You and I privately need to talk, and then we'll go from there. And if I have to explain it any more than that, then we don't need to talk. So, ending the stream. Thanks for being here. Sorry it was so late. I'm going to now end the stream as soon as I get out of my Doug mode and not be confused and find the right button to push, which I think is this one. Okay, there were no explosions anywhere, so that had to be good.